Over the last few weeks, I've had my heart broken as I've witnessed the systematic racism which pervades our entire society. My various emotions and musings have led me to one simple truth. Racism is not the heart of God. As a result, I've been diving deeper into God's justice and what it should look like. My readings so far have led me to a word, mishpat, Hebrew for justice. It's often used in the Bible to describe a restorative justice, a justice which doesn't favour anyone but supports those who need it the most, the vulnerable. The vulnerable are often described in the Bible as the widows, the orphans, the foreigners, those who stand to be taken advantage of or forgotten by a traditional controlling power, which has historically been wealthy men. It's crucial not to just lean on our current systems and rely on them to treat people fairly. Each person has a part to play. We can do what we can in our individual circumstances, in our individual contexts, to support those who are being pushed down. I think this is especially as important as Christians. Jesus gave us a supreme example of how to do this time and time again. I'm reminded of the woman caught in adultery in John 8. When she's brought before Jesus, she's incredibly vulnerable. She'd been caught in a crime and the law of Moses was against her, calling for her death. The people in power which brought her to Jesus were using their position to not just condemn her, but to try to get her killed. Jesus, however, in contrast, uses his position to level the playing field. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Simple, effective, mishpat. Jesus brought each person that was standing around him to the same level. They were all sinners. I'd like to leave with a verse often quoted by Dr. Martin Luther King. Amos 5:24. But let justice roll down like a river and righteousness like a never-ending stream. My prayer is that the world knows God, his love, his righteousness, his mishpat, and I will be doing all I can in my world, in my context, and in my circumstance to bring that about.